It is now August 8th, Sunday. I go by the name of Mr. Informal. Hey folks, how's it going? Today is podcast number 6. I know that I don't often do podcasts and I really want to do it frequently, but I just haven't had the time. So, let's start it off. The biggest news in fashion right now is actually Converse releasing the Chuck's Taylor All Star 2. It first started on the first Chuck's Taylor was 1917, so it's almost been 100 years since the Chuck Taylor's been released. Using the rubber bottom sole, the canvas inner sole, the canvas upper sole or upper materials, the contrast stitching, obviously the contrast lace, and the gum bottom sole in the middle. If you check out your Chuck Taylors, you see the gum bottom. That's the original design and colors of the Chuck Taylors. But now they have upgraded from number 1 to number 2. Uh, let's see. Well, let's check out the specs, okay? Uh, Premium canvas. That's what they're stating it. Premium canvas materials on the upper, and it comes in multiple colors: black, white, blue, and red. uh, Micro suede lining to give you some comfort, also to give you some stability on your ankles. So that's a great thing. That's a good improvement. Non-slip tongue. They also added that to make sure your tongue doesn't go side to side. It just goes straight. That's how it should be. But it also added stability, especially on high tops Chuck Taylors. And finally, I've always hated about Chuck Taylors are the insoles or the sock liner, what you call it. It has no support. It's terrible. I don't even know why people buy it, and I don't even know how people could walk on it after long periods of time. But they use Nike technology, Lunar Lawn, the Lunar Lawn, which is seen in many running shoes and also basketball shoes, as a sock liner or insoles to give cushioning and arch support, which is an overdue update or an upgrade. And so, with that upgrade, they have they have called the Chuck Taylors to become the number 2. No more number 1. It is now number 2. Obviously, number 1 will still be there, as most people, if not all people, find it a classic. I've worn one when I was a kid, certainly. And also, one thing that I have noticed in the design is that no more contrast stitching, no more contrast grommets or eyelets. And so also gone is the contrasting shoelace. They have also went to a monotone Converse logo patches, which is white and navy blue or indigo. And so with that in mind, I think the shoe looks clean. Not only that, it looks fresh. Obviously, they went for the classic look, so they went for the classic and modern look. And not only that, also on the low top, it is the same. The only thing that the low top is missing is the comfort in the micro suede upper, which is on the adding ankle support. But also the low top look much more sleeker. And just looking at the design itself, it's the same thing. Nothing has changed. And also there are the subtle look to the toe box, which is much more. I mean, it looks the same, but actually there's a wedge on the side to side. Instead of curving out, it looks much more straight. Instead of curving out. And so the little details in there obviously changed, but I think they also went with the design of the predecessor to keep it familiar. And people think, oh, it's just an upgrade, so I would buy this shoe. So they don't want to lose the look. Again, it's something that Chuck Taylors have always been known for, is the contrast stitching and just classic casual shoes that you can wear every day and anytime. And so since right now it is available in red, blue, and white, and all of them have a matching grommets or eyelets, matching laces, and also matching insoles too. I mean, not insoles, lining in the inside. And also, the cost of this upgrade is now $75 to $90 depending on the retail you go to. The John Barbados will certainly go for $150 to $200. That is not a mistake because John Barbados is a premium model of the Chuck Taylors. And so what do I think of that $75 price point? The first one to me was overpriced. It was expensive because I know how much it costs in the factory. As of right now, the first one is costing around $45 to $60 depending on the retailer. Now for this one, $75, adding suede lining, adding the lunar lawn insoles, which I can see where the cost is coming from because it uses Nike technology. But remember, or I don't know if you don't know, but Nike owns Converse. So there should be no cost at Converse paying royalties to Nike because Nike owns Converse and they have access to Nike's technology. It just depends if Nike wants to limit them on those technology and patents and royalties. And so thinking about it, I think this shoe should cost around $50 to $60, not 75. If this shoe was on sale, I would buy it, but I would never pay full price, and I don't think you should pay full price for it because I don't think it's worth it. It's just using the basic same materials. The only difference is the inside and also the lunar lawn insoles. I mean, if you think about it, just buy the first Chuck Taylors and just add Dr. Scholl's, and then boom, there you go. That's basically it. The only thing you're missing is just the suede lining and the upper of the high top. Not only that, you'll keep the same look as the first one if you're into the first one and you don't like the second one if you've seen it before. If I'm gonna get this, I might get the low top because the low top is sleek. It's something you could just wear every day, especially the white one for the summertime. It's perfect for going to the beach, just going out, just having fun in the daytime. It's a perfect white shoe, and not only that, it finally came with the lunar lawn, so you can walk and run if you decide to for a long time and still be comfortable. And so, concluding this, I think this is a major upgrade. It's an overdue upgrade. And for those who are fans of the Chuck Taylors, I believe that you should buy it only when it's on sale. If you collect them, then go ahead and buy it. If you're still 50-50 on it, again, buy it when it's on sale. If you're just madly in love with Chuck Taylors and you just want to get it, then go ahead and get it. No one's stopping you. But in terms of overall look, like I said, I like the fact that they went classical, and I like the fact that no more contrasting stitching. And again, I keep on repeating this, is that I love the fact that they finally added insoles that's much more comfortable and support arch support. And so that's it. The Chuck Taylor All Star 2. It took about 100 years, 100 years to finally get an update. I just cannot believe it took this long. Not only that, Converse is making a big deal out of this, and I think that's finally great that they finally upgraded. Well, that is it for the podcast number 6 to my analysis of the Chuck Taylor All Star 2. See you again. Bye bye.